What's up, y'all? Emmanuel Broderick's. What's going on, man? What's going on with you? Just coming in hours away from the big fight, man. It's about to go down. It is about to go all the way down, y'all. Can you believe it? I remember it seemed not that long ago we were talking about seemed like Fury and Usyk would never even get in the ring together. And now this is the second fight. Can't wait for the fight. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. It's right up on us, though. It's right up on us. Fury Usyk too. Fury Usyk 2. I just bought the fight on the zone. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, I gotta pay for it myself. Charlene in the building. How you doing, Charlene? Thanks for coming through. Uh did you guys see the press conference the other day when Bob Arum was on the mic? I didn't get what he was talking about when he said this is real English. Like, was he trying to diss somebody talking about he speaks real English? Was he trying to go at the UK people? Like, what's up with Bob Arum? Sounding a little he was sounding a little upset at somebody. And nobody piggybacked off what he said either. I guess they didn't know what he said, and I guess they didn't want to know. I believe Usyk will win again. So do I. Chelsea Thompson, what's up? The wifey coming through. She says I can't hear on the computer, but just wanted to stop by and say hello. Thank you, Chelsea Thompson. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you. Yeah, I believe Usyk will win too, especially after Tyson Fury did all that stuff and just and he's coming in at 281. You know what? When I saw him, I was off by a pound. I said to myself, he looks like he's about 280 even though he had all those clothes on. He was 281. I was off by a pound. For Usyk, I picked 223 again. He went up to 226. Kisses to you too and your little Jamaican hat. Thank you. Thank you, my little Jamaican hat. I used to wear this all the time when I had dreads, but it's good in the winter. Mwah. But yeah, like 281. And Usyk, I was watching his YouTube channel and he was showing his workouts and he looks bigger and more ripped than I've ever seen him. You could see his muscles through his shirt, so I was impressed. Used car battery. Hey, what's up to you? No problem at all. It's my sister's birthday. She's turning 8. Can you shout out Ivy? Shout out to you, Ivy. Hope you have a great 8th birthday and enjoy your day. And much love to you. And thanks for telling me about that. Shout out to you, used car battery. That's an interesting name, by the way. But shout out to Ivy. Much love and respect. But Fury at 281. Obviously, he is looking to inflict some damage on Alexander Usyk. I don't quite know. I guess it's nothing to be alarmed at because you see these NBA players that are about Tyson Fury's height, and some of these dudes are like 300 pounds and they're running up and down the court. So, used car battery says, thank you, man. Hey, no problem at all, man. No problem at all. So, yeah, but I'm like, maybe it's nothing because Fury is listed at 6'9", so maybe it's nothing. But I think he's gonna try to steamroll Alexander Usyk, and I just don't think he's gonna be successful because if you can't get Usyk out of there early, what's gonna happen around round 8? You're gonna get gassed. And like I always say, something seems to happen in most fights between round 5 and round 8. Why that is, I don't know. But there's usually some drama in round 5 and round 8. And I don't see this being any different. I think if nothing happens in round 5 or 8, I'm saying Alexander Usyk will stop Tyson Fury TKO or KO by round 10. I think Fury will do his usual of getting up, and I think Fury will. I think Usyk will throw enough punches to stop him. Usyk always does well in the later rounds. Yeah, it's like he gets into his groove, and once he gets going, Ozim peak target demographic. Jaden Grant, shout out to you. Thanks for coming through, man. Yeah, but Emmanuel Usyk does well in the later rounds. It's kind of like me when I'm working out. It's like the hardest part is the starting. Once you get going, it's like you can go forever. I think Usyk's the same way. And I was watching the Pain game. Shout out to True Jordy. He was saying he's up there in Saudi Arabia. And so is Showbiz. Shout out to Showbiz, the adult. What's going on with you? But Showbiz is up there. Said he might have Lennox Lewis on the show and all that. And they were doing racing cars and all that. But True Jordy was saying Alexander Usyk seems to have a presence about him. He's just got that it factor. He's special. Charlene says, I don't think Luke's that weight. Oh, you think it was the clothes? Yeah, you think he had some egg weight form. You think he had some egg weights in his pockets. Just you never know. I never thought of that. Maybe Tyson Fury put some weights in his pocket just to make Usyk and his team think he's coming in a lot heavier than what he actually is. I never I hadn't thought of that. Emmanuel Broderick says definitely. This is going to be probably a better fight than the first one, and the first one was great. And I just don't think this one's going 12 though. It what if what it feels like the Wardley what's his name fight? I can't even think of his name. Fraser Clark. What if it's like Wardley, Fraser Clark too? What if it's just over in round 1? Thunder's Production says, "Sup, Jay Roos? I just bought the pay per view. Oh, you just bought it? Yeah, I still gotta buy it. Yeah, I won't be able to go live for it, but I do believe I'll be watching it. But I can't go live for it, unfortunately. Um, you know that how that goes. But yeah, I gotta hurry up and pay my 40. I think it's 40. I hear a lot of people not too happy about the undercards. They're not other than the the Atama fight, which is the co-main event. I think Moses will come through. I think he'll win that fight. I don't know too much about the guy he's fighting, but I kind of suspect because they're trying to push Moses' career along, they're not going to put him in there with the world beater just yet. So that's how that goes. Charlene says he will probably come in skinny for Luke. Oh, you think Usyk will probably Usyk is he's 226 for this. So he's 3 pounds heavier than the last fight that he had with Fury, which he was 223. So now he's 226 and he's looking very strong and very fit. I was looking at his leg muscles, man. He's been putting in work. He's been working out in the beach in the sand and all that. Hergovich beat the guy that Moses is fighting. Oh, Hergovich beat him. I knew I saw him somewhere, but I just wasn't too familiar with his career. Did Hergovich stop him? Oh, you're saying Luke will come. Oh, you're saying Fury's gonna come in skinny. He looked pretty big in his clothes, but he had on I don't know how many shirts under. I thought he looked big at that hour long stare down too. I was like, this dude looks huge next to Fury, but next to Fury, next to Usyk. But like I said, when you're wearing jackets and stuff like that, it's hard to say because you don't know what's under it. But I think his strategy is just to go in there and try to. He wants to try to end Alexander Usyk and make a statement because no one's beaten Usyk, as we all know, as a professional, and no one's knocked him down. No one's come close to knocking him out. So he wants to not only win and try to erase his last fight, but he wants to make a statement and knock him out and prove the first fight was a fluke, which I don't believe it was a fluke. Matt says Fury wins eight in round 8 or 9. He could do it, man. I think Usyk will pull it out, but Fury is one of those determined guys. You knock him down and he gets right back up. So I'm not mad at anybody that's picking Fury. If I was saying it was a hard fight to pick myself at first, but when I saw the fact that Fury couldn't really control himself and he's screaming expletives, I'm like, oh yeah, he's something's going on. Emmanuel says knocking out Usyk is a big task, man. You ain't never lied. It's a real big task. And like I meant to say about the statement, True Jordy said the same thing I was thinking. For Tyson Fury to be trying to intimidate Alexander Usyk makes no sense because Usyk had you out on your feet. How can you scare a man that not only had you out on your feet but beat you? So don't try to intimidate Usyk. That's the wrong strategy. Not sure what the right strategy is, but I know that one's not going to work. Tony Rufus in the building. What's up to you, man? He says, hey, bro, good morning. Tyson will gas out in the 6th round and Usyk will almost punch his head off. I can see that happening too, Tony. I can see that happening. Usyk is looking stronger physically than I've ever seen him. And, some people want to talk about he's getting kind of long in the tooth and this and that. But wine isn't the only thing that gets better with time. People do too if their spirit's right and if they take care of themselves. Usyk believes in Yeshua. That's why I like him. Man, that's why I like him too. That's why I like him too. And Fury does too, but he's gotta clean up his language, man. He's just his language. You wouldn't know what his belief is if you just heard him on one of these tirades where he's just going off. You'd be like, oh, and then if he says he's a Christian, I'm like, oh, okay, wow, all right. You gotta get control of your tongue, Mr. Fury. I mean, I've heard Usyk say a thing or two, but I never heard him drop a F bomb. And Usyk keeps it classy, man. He keeps it classy. It's like he's serious, but he doesn't take himself too seriously. He knows how to keep a proper balance. And I think the moment might be getting to Fury because, for one, he's never been in this position before where he's lost to someone that he calls a middleweight. So this middleweight put hands on him. This middleweight had him out on his feet, so he's a little bit embarrassed about that, or maybe a lot embarrassed. And it's coming out like very immature, all the yelling and cussing. I mean, why are you mad at Usyk? Usyk was trying to win. What you think he's gonna do? Lay down and roll over for you? Usyk did what he was supposed to do, and Fury's yelling at him, cussing at him. It's like, how is that scary? Like, you think Usyk's gonna be like, oh no, he yelled at me, I guess I better pack it in and go home? I don't get that strategy. I just don't get that strategy. Why would that even come to mind as a tactic? Like, I'm gonna get in this guy's head by yelling at him. Just doesn't it doesn't add up, and it kind of shows that I think Tyson Fury might be kind of breaking down mentally, and we'll see tomorrow. We'll see if that, because being angry in the ring drains your energy for one. So he's gonna have to learn how to control his emotions and keep calm, because at 280 you're already going to be a little bit gassed if you miss some punches. So you don't want the anger intertwined with that, or you'll really be huffing and puffing. Hey, boxing with Cordy, you're talking rubbish. Now get up out of here. Send you to the block party, you weirdo. Get off my platform. Goofy. So deuces. So I just sent a platform called Boxing with Cordy. I just sent him back to YouTube population to the block party because he came on my platform talking goofy. And I sent him where goofy people go, to the block party. I tell you, man. But I knew coming on this time of night or early morning, that's when the trolls come out. The trolls come out at night. The trolls come out at night. But I got some bug spray for them trolls. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury 2. Like I was saying earlier on, that Usyk is coming in at 226, 3 pounds heavier than the first fight. And Fury was like, what, 262 or something like that in the first fight? And this time he's 281, so nearly 20 pounds heavier than the first fight. Tony Rufus says, bro, you saw the weird chance or opportunity they gave Canelo that he can choose whoever he wants to fight. Is boxing like that, though? I never knew a boxer can choose whoever he wants to fight. Yeah, they kind of roll out the red carpet for Canelo. He's the golden boy, the alleged face of boxing. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating when they just say, "Hey, man, pick who you want to fight," and then he picks somebody that you don't even care about. It's uh, it's a drag. It really is. It's a drag. But what can you do? At least we got Mr. Turkey putting together a lot of the fights that we want to see, and then some fights that we didn't even think about that he's putting together that have been pretty good. I'm gonna have to go. Enjoy the fight, guys. Shout out to you, Emmanuel. Thanks for coming through, man, and enjoy the fights. Enjoy the fights. I'm probably just gonna tune in for the Moses fight and the main event. I'm not too big on the rest of the card. In fact, I'd probably rather see Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren go toe to toe. Emmanuel says, "Take care." Thank you, man. Take care to you, man. Much love and respect. Shout out to some platforms out there that I watch, of course. Andrew Tucker World. He's got a new platform, a podcast with his buddy. Um, I forget his name, something Dread. It's called Jawbreakers. Go subscribe to that. Shout out to my dude Puro. Can't forget Puro. Go subscribe to him. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. BWTM Sports and Gaming. Sports Predictions 101. Boxing on the Edge. Your boy on the bunker. Your boy in the bunker. Boxing Wave. Of course, my dude KD, Counterpunch Boxing News. Chris Jones from Pump Chasers. Showbiz the adult. I don't need to tell you guys to subscribe to Showbiz. I think the whole map is subscribed to Showbiz. But yeah, hope I'm not forgetting anybody. So many great platforms out there. Oh, can't forget my dude, Box Center with Jay Smith. And Smith is spelled with two F's at the end. Go subscribe to my dude Joe Smith. And you won't be sorry. He's a good guy. Did I say Joe Smith? I mean Jay Smith. Go subscribe to Box Center. He's just starting out his channel, and he's got some interesting things that you guys will like. So go subscribe to Box Center. Santos S. Montanez. Hope I'm saying your name right. When does the fight start? The main event here in the States, I believe, starts around 5 p.m. Eastern time. I'm not sure where you're located though, but yeah, that's as far as I know. That's when it's starting. It's usually around 5. Oh, you're in California? Okay, so then it'll probably be 2 o'clock there because you're 3 hours behind. I'm in Georgia. Unfortunately, I'm from California too. 619 San Diego, Dago, baby. West Coast, Miss Cali. So yeah, should be around 3 o'clock there. But you might want to check it out in case I'm off by an hour or two. I wouldn't want you to miss the fight. Shout out to Carcino too. Carcino for life. You guys ever check out Carcino? Shout out to Carcino. Santos. That's a hard name. I like that. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh, shout out to my Los Angeles Chargers for coming back the other night on against the Denver Broncos. Man, they came back and you know 97% chance of making the playoffs. So shout out to them Los Angeles Chargers, formerly known as the San Diego Chargers. Santos says he just subscribed. Hey man, I appreciate you, man. Much respect. I really appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot, man. For real. You didn't have to tune in, but you did, man. Good looking out. Much love and respect. Tony Rufus says, I bet 200 on Usyk. If he wins, my Christmas will be too sweet for me and my little bro. But if he don't, bro, we're going to sleep at home till January, Ellen. Yeah. Who? I'm guessing Usyk is the favorite in this fight. So if you put down 200 on Usyk, I'm not quite sure how much you win. I know you win something, though. This fight was very hard for me to pick a winner, but I'm 310 South Bay, California, Redondo Beach. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. They have a South Bay in San Diego, around the Chula Vista area. I grew up there, Southeast San Diego, Mission Valley, El Cajon. Um, yeah, man, nothing quite like California, man. Nothing quite like it. I'm sitting up here in Wacklanta. Atlanta's a good place to be from, not a good place to stay. It's all right though. It's all right. But I'm just a Cali dude. Lived there 35 years. Grew up there. Went to high school with Terrell Davis at Lincoln High. NFL Hall of Famer. Was the Heisman man? Let me try again. He was the MVP of the Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers when they played in San Diego. So shout out to Terrell Davis. I have family in Escondido. Wow, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm real familiar with Escondido. Yeah, real familiar with that. Yeah, I just love all of California from Diego to the Bay, as Dr. Dre said. Bro, it's over 10 hours away. Yeah, man, I know that, but it's still hours away. Still hours away. Even if it was 24, still hours away. I have 28,000 on Usyk to win by decision. True boxing fans without being a pick me for anyone knows that Usyk will win with ease. 28,000. Man, you must have some cash on you. Why don't you go ahead and hit up my Cash App at $JRoos33. $JRoos33. You know what I'm saying? Charlene says, I have family in LA. Wow, okay. From UK to LA. That's what's up. Yeah, I had a cousin that grew up in Compton. Yeah. Charlene in the building. I still gotta watch that video you sent me. I think I started it. 28,000, man, that's a lot of money. Or yeah, wow. Santos says I got Usyk in 6th round. It wouldn't shock me if it happened. Because if Fury is I don't know what Fury's been weighing lately since the fight, but I don't know how long he's been 281. So he's gotta make sure he don't move around too much, which is going to be crazy because then he'll be target practice, and he's got to make sure he picks his punches wisely so he doesn't gas out. That's a nightmare to be in the ring with a guy like Usyk who ain't gonna get tired, and you sitting up there breathing heavy, and it's only round two. Gypsy King ain't getting dropped. It's a 12-round fight, no matter what. We'll see. We will see. We waiting here, my man. M and M, what's up to you? Thanks for coming through. He might get rattled. He ain't getting dropped. I don't know about that one. I've seen Fury dropped a lot. Remember Steve Cunningham? Remember Deontay Wilder? Is Fury fat or built? Haha, greedy belly. I don't know. Maybe might take off the jacket and look like Mr. Universe or something. If I had to bet that on someone, bruh, I would be restless for the entire day. But Usyk is for the win-win. Yeah, man, that's a lot of dough. Lot of dough. Yeah, you're right. He's never been knocked out. He's never been knocked out. You're right about that. Sup, Jay Roos? Looking forward to the fight. Yeah, man, me too. Me too. I wish I could go live for it, but I can't go live for it, but I will be watching it. Hopefully. And if I don't see it live, I'll try to block out who wins and catch the replay. Actually, I'm wrong. He got knocked out by Wilder, but the punching power between Usyk and Wilder different, a lot different. Well, the punching power with Usyk is kind of like his former trainer James Bashir said. He might not have that pop like a Mike Tyson or a David Tua, but he's got precise punching. Like he knows where to hit you to make you feel the effects of it. He's very sharp with his punches, and like they say, it only takes 5 pounds of pressure to knock a man out. And I know good and well he's hitting with more than 5 pounds of pressure at 226. Showbiz was talking about he's there in Saudi Arabia, and he's talking about how big Usyk looks. He said he's got big head, he's got big hands, like he's definitely grown into a heavyweight body now. So if Usyk was thinking about going back down to cruiserweight after this fight, it might not be too easy. But trainer James Ali Bashir was saying that Usyk has a hard time eating a lot, so he might want to go down. I guess he's not that hungry to keep up that weight, so we'll see. But I think if he beats Fury, what's left to do? He might as well call it a day. He pretty much cleaned out the division. He beat Daniel Dubois under some controversy. He beat Anthony Joshua twice, and then if he beats Tyson Fury twice, man, that is really impressive if he can do that. Fury grew that beard because he's scared for the chin. Yeah, Usyk's people were complaining about that beard too. I think he should rematch Daniel Dubois. Yeah, that could happen. That could happen. I just wish it had happened closer to when the original fight took place. But Daniel Dubois is on a roll right now, man. I don't think too many people want that steam with Dubois. Usyk versus Deontay to finish the Three Kings, man. Yeah, I think Wilder's better days are behind him, man. When he started smoking that ayahuasca, whatever it's called, I think that pretty much was the end of that. You know. Still want to see Wilder Joshua though. If he does lose, that's how you know this sport is all about money. All about money. Well, I think most sports are all about money, you know. I might start a Patreon and talk more about it because you got to be careful what you say on here. But let's just say the NFL lately has been looking like the WWE on grass, pretty much. So, yeah, I don't want to quite get into it now. But what you say about sports being all about money, you're right about that. Ada Ray in the building. What's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for coming through. He said, I would still like to see Dillian White versus Jarrell Miller. You might get that fight. Of course, Dillian White just came back with the win the other day against Tete. stopped him in the seventh. So Dillian White is back on the scene. He came in at around 260, but I didn't think he looked bad at 260. Yeah, Tony Rufus says, oh, he's talking to, okay, yeah. Yeah, the corruption in sports now with all the betting and stuff like that is it can be frustrating to watch. Charlene says, "Do you think Turkey is playing Fury to get him to turn up?" That's interesting. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard to say because Mr. Turkey's made it clear that he's a Tyson Fury guy. I don't think he'll fix the fight or do nothing shady because the world's watching and it'd be kind of obvious. I don't think he's that type of dude either to make a fight suspect. I think he's just saying like, "Hey, I like Tyson Fury." He's a fan of boxing, so he has certain fighters that he likes, but I don't think he's gonna be like, "Hey, go ahead and slip the referee some money and slip the judges some money," because he actually wants to see who would win these fights. He doesn't want to see what happens if he steps in there and has a part to play in the outcome. He wants to really see who's going to win these fights. So that's what I like about him. Why don't you start a boxing channel, Charlene? You should start one. Talk some boxing. Get a female perspective on the pugilism planet. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up on your way in or on your way out. Helps me get in that algorithm on these YouTube streets. Helps out a lot. Make sure you subscribe, share, tell a friend, all that stuff. If you wish to donate to the J. Roos Theory, the Cash App is $JROOS33, and that's Roos, not Ross. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's the J. Roos Theory over there too. Follow me, I'll follow you back. That's me showing you some love, y'all. Since I'm not going live for the fight, I thought I'd chop it up with the Pugilism Planet hours before the big fight. I wonder if Fury can sleep well tonight. He's got to make sure he gets in a good night's sleep. Make sure he's acclimated to wherever he's at. Well, we know where he's at. He's in Saudi Arabia, but he's got to make sure he's well rested. Make sure he's eating the right foods to give him energy. And I was watching an interesting interview that Lennox Lewis did on a real small platform. He said when he fought Andrew Galata that his mom used to prepare his meals and she made him spaghetti with a certain kind of peppers in it. And for that particular fight before Andrew Galata, they were in Vegas and she couldn't find that particular pepper that he liked. So she put in a different kind. And by the time he got to the arena to fight Galata, his stomach started messing with him, and he's like, "Oh man, should I go to the bathroom? Should I go to the ring?" And he couldn't decide, so he knew he had to go in there and make quick work of Galata. Ain't that a trip? Like, man, I got to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna knock this dude out real quick. Thought that was hilarious, and he said, plus Galata was looking at him crazy. He's like, "Man, like, what you doing?" So I thought that was interesting. Turkey made good fights happen. If not for him, boxing was just getting worse. Fighters getting scared of each other based on low pay. But Turkey revived it and paid them well. Boxing is not easy. That's very true. That's very true. Turkey is making these fights happen. Now, we wouldn't have seen a Dubois AJ. We would have just kept hearing the rumors of the sparring, but we would have never seen that fight if Turkey hadn't put that together. Meow. What's up to you? Thanks for coming through. Says, who will be the aggressor in this fight? I actually think it might be Fury, but I think that might be what gets him hurt coming in. And I think Fury's best bet to beat Usyk is taking his own advice and going to the body. Go to Usyk's body more. slow that movement down, and then his uppercut was landing well in the first fight. So if he can keep throwing that uppercut and landing it too at 280, yeah, Usyk might be like, man, yeah, this dude is a true super heavyweight. Yeah, that uppercut of Fury is no joke. Ask Dillian White. Dillian White seems to always go down from uppercuts, though. That's like the one punch he does not respond well to. And I call it the most dangerous punch in boxing. I did a video about that a couple weeks ago, the uppercut. It was between that and the left hook, but I think it's the uppercut. But it also depends on the fighter. Some fighters don't throw a good left hook. Some fighters don't throw an uppercut right. They do it from too far out. Some fighters throw an overhand right that's ferocious, like Lennox Lewis and Deontay Wilder had a great overhand right. But Lennox Lewis also had a vicious uppercut. Go back and watch Lennox Lewis versus Justin Fortune. He landed 3 consecutive uppercuts and sent Justin Fortune to the canvas like Picasso. You know what I mean? What up, love from UK? Shout out to you, R. That's what's up. Thanks for coming through, R. I got love for the UK. That's my peeps. That's my people over there. Thanks for coming through, man, for real. I'm looking forward to this fight. Really looking forward to the fight. I used to go to Lennox Lewis fights, and me and the UK fans we all got along just great. Can you send me your hat? That hat, so okay, man. R's coming in with some jokey jokes. Just playing, bro. I got you, man. I got you. So you guys are like 5 hours ahead of us. So it's like 9:40 there right now. I'm gonna have to go to the UK, man. Excited for the fight and Christmas. Yeah, I'm excited for the fight, man. I like the holidays. And yeah. I was more into the holidays as a child, when you opened your gifts and got toys. So it's 9:41 over there. So okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The UK. Nah, bro, do not come to UK. It sucks. Failed society. You'll end up wasting your money. Hey, the US is kind of overrated too, bro. Like, don't get it twisted. The US ain't all that, man. It is not all that. They might market themselves as, as all that, but that's hype. If Fury keeps the beard, can you see Usyk using his uppercut? Hmm. I don't know. That's something to think about, Charlene. See, you be dropping that knowledge on me. If Fury keeps the beard, can you see Usyk using his uppercut? Yeah, I'm kind of curious too if Fury's gonna keep the beard because he's been growing it out for a while apparently, but he usually shaves it before a big fight. But I don't know, some people think it's for padding so he can absorb a blow from someone that he was calling a middleweight with no power. So now all of a sudden, you're growing a beard to absorb the blow from someone that you said couldn't punch. That's kind of interesting. Don't know if that's why he's doing it, but I guess every little bit of padding works at heavyweight. If anything, you would think Usyk would grow the beard since Fury's such a big dude. Even if he wasn't 280, he's still a big dude, even at 260 some. Trainer James Bashir was saying if Tyson Fury wasn't that tall, if he was like 6'4", 6'5", he'd be an ordinary fighter. So Trainer James Bashir is not that impressed with Tyson Fury. I'm kind of excited about the Atama fight though. I want to see is he too legit to quit, or is he another fighter to go by the wayside, you know? Blue Baron's a little upset at at R. He said it's not a failed society. What the he's saying what the sexual intercourse are you talking about? Have you ever thought of cuss words like how if you really break down what they are, it don't make sense? Like, what the sexual intercourse are you looking at? Man, sexual intercourse, you. It's like, what? The guy that said UK sucks, bruh, you're 100% right. I couldn't even understand what they saying. The language is like 1880 Viking slangs they used to order for food. Blue Baron says, hey, yo, Jay Roos, what's up, Blue Baron? Blue Baron said, that's true, bro. Yeah, man. What the sexual intercourse are you looking at, homie? Man, sexual intercourse, you man. What you think this is? Moses Atama versus Michael Hunter. Ooh, that would be a good fight. Versus Michael Hunter would be interesting. I don't know if Atama is ready for someone with the boxing IQ of Michael Hunter, though. Michael Hunter is one of them tricky dudes to fight, and nobody's really calling his phone off the hook either to get in the ring. He can make you look bad. For him to beat Bacoli, like, and having such a weight difference shows he's got some skills. Blue Baron says we do talk a little funky. And the Blue Baron. The Blue Baron. Michael Hunter is underrated. Yeah, man. Tough guy. Tough guy. He can make any one of these heavyweights look bad. He really can. Michael Hunter versus someone like a Andy Ruiz or a Joseph Parker would be interesting. Of course, we got Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois coming up too. Who you guys liking that? Oh yeah, go subscribe to Joseph Parker's YouTube channel. He just started a channel. He's redoing some Karate Kid stuff. That you're the best, the best. He's like doing stuff funny. He got a great sense of humor. Shows his training. Joseph Parker is looking really fit and strong, man. He's looking pretty yoked up right now. They talk crazy in New York too. Yeah, they talk real crazy in New York, son. You know what I'm saying? Cat for real. You know what I mean? It's going down, baby. You know what I mean? It's for real, cat for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Dine. What's going on, Dine? What's going on, cat? You know what I'm saying? I hate when people say, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning of a sentence before they even say something. Be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm going up to Uptown, you know what I mean? I'm going to the five boroughs, you know I'm going, you know what I'm saying, B? You know what I mean, cat? Like, nah, man, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Triple D all day. Yeah, I kind of think Daniel might win that fight, but I hope Joseph Parker wins because I just like Joseph Parker. I like Parker, but Daniel's still smashing. Daniel's on a roll right now, ain't he? This dude beat Hergovich, Jarrell Miller, and AJ. Man, he just came out of nowhere with that. Adore says, what do you think about heavyweight linear payroll from Cuba? I don't know him, man. Yeah, I don't know him. I'm gonna have to check him out though, because Cubans always put out some great fighters. The Blue Baron. Daniel Dubois is next level, and we had kind of written Daniel Dubois off too. You know that Joe Joyce fight was. I said though that I didn't want to call Daniel a quitter after that Joe Joyce fight because I'm like, man, yeah, that's your eye socket. Had he kept fighting, his career might have been over because without your vision, you can't fight. So we would have never known the people that he could beat because he would have had to retire. So it was a wise decision to take a knee. You got to know when to be brave and know when to call it a day, and that's what Daniel did. I like Daniel's personality. He's all business. He's kind of shy too. He's kind of like a big kid, you know. Well mannered man, Mr. Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois went in there and made AJ look like he had never had a professional fight. That was a weird fight, man. It just was weird. It was weird. You can tell he's got a good mother. Daniel Dubois' sister's a fighter too, but I haven't seen her. After this fight, I would like to see Usyk versus Dubois too. Bacoli will smash them both. Ooh, yeah. Bacoli said he beat up Usyk in sparring, and didn't Lawrence Bacoli say that I meant to watch that video. Didn't he say that Bacoli put hands on Dubois in sparring or something like that? I think Caballel and Bacoli are the ones to watch, and I think they're the ones to watch. In America, I like Richard Torres Jr. I think he's very, very fast. He's like a throwback heavyweight, and that can be present a problem for these real tall heavyweights. Shout out to my dude Jet Blackwell coming out of California too. You know, look out for these guys in the heavyweight division, both coming from California. I mean, so since I'm not going live tomorrow, I understand Showbiz got a contract with the Zone where you can watch his live commentary on there along with the fight. So go check out my dude Showbiz. Go check out Counterpunch Boxing News. I'm not sure if Andrew Tucker World's going live tomorrow, but if so, go check him out. Oh yeah, shout out to my dude DT3 the Boone Man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. Boxing Waves gonna be going live. Shout out to him. Go check him out. Wish Mr. Boxing Today too would come back. I don't know what happened, but he had a great channel where he just talked heavyweights, and he knows a lot about heavyweights. So shout out to Mr. Boxing Today too, man. Great platform. Knows his stuff. Oh, shout out to Boxing Squared. You know he knows his stuff too. Always giving great heavyweight news. Shout out to my dude. Vlad Sarenko signing with Frank Warren and Queensberry, undefeated heavyweight from the Ukraine. The Ukrainians are tough, man. They're tough. Lomachenko, Usyk, tough. So, yeah. Usyk should make them both, should make them fans proud today. A lot of cash coming in this December. Yeah, for real. For real. Moses Atama versus Andy Ruiz. Yeah, that would be good. I was thinking of that fight. If Andy Ruiz would stay active, man, he could be a major player in the heavyweight division. Fast hands, great combos. He can punch, he can box, but I don't know. It's like Andy will be focused for a couple weeks or months, and then he disappears, and you don't know what happened to him, and then he just comes back out of nowhere. So I don't know. Andy's a different he's a different type of dude. Very talented though. Very talented. If Andy Ruiz was just focused, man, he could easily hold a belt. He could do that, man. I was thinking about Mr. Boxing Today too the other day. Yeah, man. If any of you guys know him, uh, check on him, make sure everything's okay, man. Because I thought maybe he would come back and talk about the AJ fight and a lot of the big fights that happened in Ganu and Joshua. Um, but yeah, I don't. I know he was doing a lot of basketball things, so I don't know. Those AJ paydays spoiled him. But the thing about AJ, he seemed to always train hard. Like even now, he's training, but I don't know. It's almost like Dillian White was saying that AJ's either really good or he's really bad. There's no like in between. If you catch AJ on the wrong night, he'll put you to sleep, and then if you catch him on the right night, you'll put him to sleep perhaps. But it was just kind of strange to see AJ not able to get up like that because I always said on his worst night against Ruiz, he still managed to end the fight on his feet, but he couldn't get back up against Dubois. And at a time where he had Dubois hurt, so Dubois kind of hit him, and they say the punches you don't see are the ones that hurt you. Ain't that right, Malik Scott? The punches you don't see. Remember your fight with Deontay Wilder, Mr. Malik? The Phantom Punch? I think he picked Usyk to win too, where he's talking about you get hurt by the punches you don't see. Kind of ironic, isn't it, Mr. Scott? A shout out to the big dude for the Chargers, number 44, Scott Madlock. They got a fullback, 300 pounds, and he's not fat at all. 300 pounds, fast, juking, athletic, and he's playing fullback at 300 pounds. I'd make him a tight end, but that's just me. Patiently waiting for Arthur and Bivol too. That's another good fight to watch because this time Bivol bringing all the smoke in his tank. At this point, AJ is just using boxing for business. Yeah, Bivol and Beterbiev or something else. Showbiz is out there in Saudi Arabia actually hanging with Beterbiev. They're out there doing bow and arrows and taking photos together. So Showbiz is out there living it up, man. To watch where Showbiz started and to where he's at now, man, it's inspirational. This YouTube stuff's almost like these boxing platforms are almost like you're a boxer and you're climbing your way to the top. It's like these guys are the champions and I'm a contender trying to, get to where they're at. But shout out to Showbiz the adult, man. He's doing his thing. Consistent content, hilarious dude, very, very funny. So it's inspirational to watch. AJ is still good, just needs a good game plan. Sometimes he's an average coach. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder about Ben Davison. I was really big on Ben. I thought a lot of him, but then it seemed like the advice he gave Joshua in this last fight is the advice that got him knocked out. So it's like I'm trying to think. Maybe he just had an off night. Maybe everything was just off that night. I'll get a better feel for Ben if AJ sticks with him for his next fight. And should AJ fight Fury, I wonder will Ben stay with AJ or will he be conflicted because he used to work with Tyson Fury? So we'll see how that goes. Moses Atama versus Jarrell Miller would be fireworks. I think I got Moses in that fight. I don't think Jarrell Miller's talk would intimidate Atama, and I think his fast hands would be too much for Jarrell. Could be wrong though. Could be stepping up too early. Y'all subscribe to Carl Froch. What you guys think about Carl Froch's ego? Constantly mentioning his 80,000 fans at Wembley. Carl Froch is an interesting guy, man. I think people would pay to see Froch versus AJ, even though they're different weight classes. Frank Sanchez versus AJ. Ooh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. I'm gonna say AJ though, because AJ's still the harder puncher. Frank though is just. I think AJ's had of course, the better resume. So I'm gonna go with the guy with the better resume in this case. Fabio Wardley versus Jermaine Franklin would be great. I got Fabio in that one. Too hard of a puncher. And Jermaine's got a great beard on him, as they say too. But I think Fabio Wardley would just get to him. If Jermaine just had that one hitter quitter, man, he would really be something because he's got, like I said, he's got a great chin. If he just had that pop, he would be a tough guy to beat. AJ hit him with some pretty good shots and a very strong jab, and he ate him up. You don't want to take too many punches as a heavyweight, though. Ask Joe Joyce about that. You don't want to take too many punches, and we knew Joe Joyce at some point would not be the same because of all them punches. Now, where does Joe Joyce fit into all this, you know, boxing talk? Where is Joe Joyce at? Is he still a factor or just what? Because I'm gonna be real with you guys. Some fighters can look bad and then just all of a sudden they just come back. Like when Holyfield fought Tyson, people were like, "Oh, he's gonna just mop Holyfield." Holyfield because he wasn't looking too great. Like even when he beat Bobby Ches and he got stopped in the last fight with Riddick Bowe in that trilogy, people had written Evander Holyfield off, but all of a sudden Holyfield had a resurgence. Am I saying that right? But he came back on the scene in a major way. So Joe Joyce might be one of them guys. He might just look bad and then just come back and back to beating people. So I don't know. Joe Joyce Dillian would be an interesting fight. But I'm pretty big on Fabio Wardley, man. This dude, I liked how David Adelaide looked in his last fight. I liked how Lawrence Okolie he Lawrence Okolie at heavyweight, man, the way he threw that overhand right, man, he stepped into that punch like he was trying to end that dude's career, man. He didn't punch at the target. He punched all the way through the target, man. He put his whole weight into that. I was really impressed with that overhand right from Lawrence Okolie, man. Really impressed. There's a lot much more better qualities of heavyweights now than the Klitschko era. Absolutely, Adore. Absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, Klitschko's talking about coming back. Shout out to Seconds Out. Coach James Bashir or trainer James was on there and he's saying Klitschko might be coming back. I saw an interview with Klitschko recently. Shout out to Boxing Pros, their platform, where they interviewed Klitschko and he said, coming back, I never left. So he's been training the whole time, even after he retired in 2017. He never got out of the gym, never got out of shape. So Klitschko can come back and do some damage. I know the age people out there, there's people they call, people that talk about your money, they call them pocket watchers. Also, we got a lot of people age watchers. Oh, how old are you? How old are you? Like you're supposed to go to a senior home the minute you have another birthday. These people are something else, man. The brainwashing of the world is complete. What about Moses Atamo versus Vladimir Klitschko now? Ooh, man. I don't know. Vlad has had a lot of years off. So he might want to start gradually before he gets in there with someone that's just coming up and with a point to prove. So he might want to. Maybe Vlad could come back and fight Ika Beabuchi, who was supposed to have a fight around December 7th. Then I think it got postponed to the 14th, and I don't hear nothing. So I don't know if the whole fight got canned. But maybe Vlad can come back and fight Ika Beabuchi. Jake Paul, why don't you fight David Tua? Because there's those people out there that think, once you're a certain age, you can't fight. So if you're done at the age of 50, then go mix it up with David Tua, Jake. Let me know how that works out for you. And have 911 on speed dial, homie. I know it's only 3 digits, but you might want it even faster. Ika Beabuchi versus Luis Ortiz. I agree with Kurt on that one. I got Ike. I think Ike would stop Ortiz. Kurt was saying Ike is probably younger than Ortiz. I saw Ortiz the other day though. I forget what fight. He was shaking somebody's hand. He had on a shirt, but he looked fit through the shirt. So, shout out to Luis Ortiz, man. Seems like a cool guy, family guy. So I gotta respect that. Much love to Luis Ortiz. But I like seeing these heavyweights from the past come back. The Ika Beabuchis, the Vladimir Klitschko's. These are guys that take care of themselves. They're not out there doing drugs and nothing like that. Their drug is training. So, I can relate to that and I respect it. But I guess I'll go ahead and get off here. I've been on here about an hour. Appreciate you all. Make sure you guys hit that thumb. And I'll do a post-fight video, hopefully, and let you know what I thought of the fight or fights. I'll just probably talk about the Atama fight and, of course, Klitschko Usyk. I said Klitschko Usyk. I mean Fury and Usyk 2 or Usyk and Fury 2. Let you know what I thought about it. And maybe there'll be some antics at the post-fight press conference. And thank you all for coming through. Thunders Productions. Emmanuel Broderick's was the first one to come through. Had some new people. Got a subscriber. Shout out to Charlene. And J. Roo, salute. Keep up the good work every day and every time. Shout out to you, Ray. Much respect, man. You've been down with the J. Roo's theory for a minute. So appreciate you, man. Much love and respect. Hope you have a great day. Let me know what you guys think after the fight. And thank you all. Much love and respect. LSR forever. And be fearless. Yay.